Do you drive a car with a manual transmission? Being able to use the clutch pedal is the best way to pass the driving test. However, this is not enough to avoid the most common mistakes in using the manual transmission. That's why we're going to show you the 8 most common mistakes driving a manual car. Number 8. Leave the car in gear at a red light. Admit it, when you stop at the traffic light, you wait for the green light, pressing the clutch pedal down, first gear engaged, and foot on the brake. Even if the driving instructor told you that it's correct, you're wearing the clutch out. The best thing to do is to disengage the gear and put the car in neutral. Even though the bearings are usually designed to last more than the clutch, it's better to hold the clutch down for so long. It's better not to hold the clutch down for so long, because in this position, the launch bearing will keep against the diaphragm spring, causing its premature wear. Number 7. Resting your foot on the clutch pedal. Some people keep their foot on the clutch pedal while driving. This can make contact between the clutch release bearing and the clutch cover, causing more friction when not necessary, which can lead through time to annoying noises and damages with high cost of repair. Number 6. Release the clutch too fast. This is the problem for both expert drivers and beginners. A sharp release of the clutch will jolt the vehicle and exert an excessive pressure on the engine and the transmission. This move causes overheating of the clutch, which can lead to expensive damages over time. Through experience, you'll understand the right release point of the clutch and obviously get a smoother and more natural riding. This means you'll be able to better control the car without blocking or shaking it. Number 5. Rest your hand on the stick. When shifting gears, you don't probably think of what's happening in the gearbox. Every time you shift a gear, the selector fork in the gearbox comes into contact with the rotating parts of the selected gear. Resting your hand on the gear knob can make you unintentionally exert pressure on the selector fork and inner parts. In the long term, this habit can speed up the wear of the gearbox components and cause annoying noises or defects in engaging a gear. So, after shifting a gear, don't leave your hand on the gear knob, but put it on the steering wheel, also for safety reasons. Number 4. Use the clutch to hold the car on a hill. If you have to stop while driving on a climbing road, be sure the car won't start moving backwards. Many drivers do it while holding the clutch on its release point to stay steady. However, by doing this, you burn the friction material on the clutch disc, and it will spin at a speed, whereas the pressure plate at another. Besides, the car could accidentally roll back, hitting something or someone because you didn't find the clutch biting point anymore. So if you stop, apply the handbrake to keep the car still till you go again. Modern cars with manual transmissions have the hill holder technology. This will keep the car still for a couple of seconds after releasing the handbrake, giving time to accelerate before the car rolls back. Number 3. Don't floor the throttle at low engine revs. If you're driving at low speed and low revs, it's not a good idea to suddenly push down the accelerator pedal. By doing this, you're sending mixed messages to your vehicle. As a matter of fact, at low revs, the car thinks it's time to relax, whereas your foot is saying to work really hard, causing excessive stress on the engine and damages to its health. If you need to speed up, you'd better shift 1 to 2 gears down and then accelerate. In this case, like other situations, experience is helpful, and with time, you gain the ability to select the right gear for certain speed and RPM. Number 2. Coast in neutral down a hill. Putting the car in neutral, coasting down a hill, was a common fuel-saving practice. However, due to the power system in modern cars, it's not convenient anymore in terms of energy. Besides, it's also dangerous because the driver doesn't have full control of the car, being unable to accelerate in case of danger or to use the engine to brake, which consequently leads to brakes overheating. Number 1. Braking without using the clutch. By braking or decelerating, RPMs decrease with velocity. However, if the engine speed is too low, the car will stop. Hence, it's important to press the clutch pedal before the car stops and turns off. We've analyzed the most common mistakes made while driving a manual car. Do you know them? Have you heard of other driving habits that could damage the car, and in particular, the gearbox? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video useful, please let us know by leaving a comment and a thumbs up. You can also share it. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Find out our next project on our website, jaescompany.com.